All right, Devin, that is going to bring us to Crowdfunding Corner for Valentine's Day, February 14th.
Oh, yeah.
2025. So make sure you watch this video before you go on your hot date. There's, I think, 6 projects this week that I wanted to give a shout out that end in like the next 7 to 15-ish days. Some of them on Kickstarter and a couple, I think, on Gamefound. So first up here, this one is called The Treasure Ship of Zheng. Returns, I think. This game was a lot of this page is in Japanese, so I'm not 100% sure on some of it, but it does say returns there. This game is designed by Hisashi Hayashi, and I have 2 of his games. One of them I haven't played yet, and the other one I really like. Yokohama, I just got like a month ago. Haven't played that one yet. It's supposed to be excellent. And then Bomb Busters, I just got probably 6 months ago, and I have played that a couple times. It's really excellent. So he's a very well-known designer in this game. The cool kind of mechanism that it has is, let me see if I go to, oh, I'm already on how to play, is I think shared workers, if I'm remembering the correct one. I think that is what it was. No, actually I don't. I think that was a different game. In this one, you're putting down a worker in the first phase of the game to like determine who will be in charge of the certain leg of the voyage and like which direction a ship is going to go. And then if you're able to get higher priority, you're able to make some of those decisions. If you didn't, then you're still going to go along for the voyage, but you don't get to make kind of those voyage decisions. But regardless, you can do stuff at those locations, get animals, goods, and then you are using those polyomino-shaped pieces in order to fill in your player board, which I swear there was a picture of right here. Where is it? Did I miss the player board? I swear I saw the boards. We've got the, player board's right here. It's a little hard to see, but you can see the grid system there. You're trying to pack in all of your stuff in your ships so that you can carry it all. Interesting idea. Little tricky sometimes to get these games to America just because shipping can be crazy expensive. But that one, especially because of Mr. Hayashi, wanted to give a shout out to. So that is The Treasure Ship of Zheng returns on Kickstarter for 7 more days until Thursday, February 20th. Next up is a smaller game called OrthoGnomes, and this one just looked unique, and I thought it looked cool. It's kind of like Connect 4. If you made Connect 4 3D and put it on a Lazy Susan.
A Lazy Susan?
Yeah, that's generally the name for like that disc-shaped thing that spins.
Oh, it's like a spinning coaster.
A spinning, bigger thing. I think Lazy Susan is usually used for like a cabinet that has that inside of it, where you can like store your toaster or whatever. But yeah, in this game, very short, I think 2-player game where you are placing pieces onto that Lazy Susan, and then you can twist it and look at it from the 4 different directions or the top. And if you're ever able to get 4 in a row in any orientation, then you score a point. And I'm unsure how many points it takes to win. I couldn't find that in the rules here, but it might just be a point wins. It did say you get a point. Yeah, score a point in 1 move. So kind of a cool idea. Have a little Lazy Susan.
Yeah, I like that.
Again, I think this one is from Japan, so I think it's a little expensive to ship to America, but $26 for the basic version of the game that has like a plastic Lazy Susan, and $36 for the deluxe version that has a wooden Lazy Susan. So there you go. That's OrthoGnomes, and it is, I think, also on Kickstarter until the 20th, next Thursday. Correct. Okay, third up for us, another kind of smaller project that I thought had a cool vibe. This one's called Khlor, I think. But down in the page, someone uses that word instead of color.
I almost just did.
And so I wonder if they pronounce it color. And there's also some colors in that O. So you can call it color or Khlor, whatever. In this game, very simple. You are placing a polyomino kind of on top of a section on this grid, and that will remove some demons from the board, basically the top tile. And then it will also let you put a dragon egg on a tile if you can. And you're trying to put certain colors of dragon eggs out and have more of certain colors of tiles. And when you remove the top tile from a spot, there's also a tile underneath, so you can kind of see them stacked on top of each other there. So doesn't seem like a very hard game. You're kind of manipulating the shapes in order to get the tiles you want in smart ways, and controlling more of the colors and getting the colors of eggs that you want out there. So very simple game, but I like the way it looks, and that seems like it could be a pretty fun kind of spatial puzzle, especially when it's against like another person. A couple different versions, normal and deluxe there too. That is, how are we saying it, Devin? Khlor or color? I think I like color.
Khlor.
Yeah, with that little dash before the K, it's like Khlor. How do you like that?
It was very nice.
Nice.
I'd buy it now.
Cool. That one's also on Kickstarter for one more week until Thursday the 20th. Okay, next is a game called Vineyard, a wine-making game. This game was made by Pencil First Games, and they make great games. You can see they've created 21 on here. I'm a little surprised this one doesn't have more backers at this point. Maybe it just went live, and I'm not sure. But in this game, this is the one that had shared workers, so I was getting a little confused between projects, which sounds kind of cool. In a lot of worker placement games, I have my 3 workers, and on a turn, I'll place them somewhere on a board, and then you have your 3, and you'll place yours somewhere on a board. In this, the workers don't belong to anyone. They're just on the board. And then everyone plays cards in order to manipulate where they move to, what they do. And so you're trying to make sure that the right person is in the right spot when you need them to be, and also like kind of piggybacking off of other people's moves a little bit. I should have explained that while I left like a picture of the board on the screen instead of text, but you're moving those characters around to different sections to make wine, to do what's that called? Paperwork? I think that's what that says. Age the wine, and you eventually will ship it. Oh, that says load. Couldn't tell what that said. So pretty simple game, but I like that idea of, hey, there's these shared workers out there, and Devin, if you move them to the space I want them to be, then that's great. Great for me. So that is...
So I could unintentionally help you out.
Yeah, so I'd probably be watching you a bit more than in some games to see like, oh, I think Devin's going to do this next. And if that's good for me, I'm going to plan to do something else on my turn, knowing that I can piggyback off of it.
I like that strategy.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Kind of cool. So a little more interactive, I think, in that way. Has a cool tray as well, store everything in there. So anyways, Pencil First, they make good stuff. So I hope this one is good too. That is Vineyard, a winemaking game, on Kickstarter until Tuesday, February 25th. Next is a game called Bark Avenue. When I saw the picture of this one, I was like, oh man, is this like one of those AI-made dog games? And I'm really glad I didn't skip over it, because I almost did. But this game is not that. This one looks really cool. And there's, I think, a Kings and Queens expansion here because I think this game came out like a year ago or something. But I guess just as a slight side note, this game is made by Terradice Games, and they have their own board game YouTube channel. They're like a husband and wife, I think, and they designed this game too. So props to them. That's really cool. I don't know how you find the time, because I'm like trying to make a single YouTube video a week, and also like keep my job, and I can't do it. So props to you guys. But this game, again, just looking at the cover, I was like, I am not interested in this. But then getting into it, man, I think it looks really cool. You are playing as a dog walker, which I guess is a big thing in like New York and big cities, where people will pay you to take their dogs for a walk.
Oh, wow.
Right? And so you might have multiple dogs with you at the same time. Oh, and what's this? I didn't even notice this. On the deluxe edition, you get little squishy poops.
Oh my gosh. Okay, we need that meeple. And then from that other game, there was that milk meeple.
There was.
I need both of those on like a necklace.
There you go. It's the top board game piece necklace. Anyways, but there are different dog cards, and you can pick up different dogs. I'm trying to show you the main board because it I think will help me explain this a little bit better. Where is the main board? Learn. Here we go. Nope. There's nothing there. I swear I saw a picture of the game board. Maybe it was up here. Yeah, it's kind of here. You have your little dog walker, and there's all these different neighborhoods on this map. It's kind of a map of New York. I think that's supposed to be Central Park there in the middle. And so on your turn, you roll a die and something will happen. One of those things might be your dog poops that you're walking, or you got him a treat, stop to get like yourself a coffee or something. And then you move. Your movement is limited to of the dogs that you're currently walking, whichever one has the lowest distance number. It's kind of a clever mechanism as well. And then every turn that you are walking your dogs, I want to show, oh, here's the board. You get to move their walk meter up, and each dog needs to be walked a certain amount. So Carly here, the left dog, needs to be walked for 5 turns, but Lady Bum only needs 4, and then they have to be dropped back off at a certain neighborhood. So this is kind of like a pick up and deliver game. You're picking up dogs, you need to walk them around for a certain number of time, and then deliver them back to their owners. If you do, they'll pay you that amount, $20 for that walk. If you can get them also to complete like their bonus things here, like using the restroom or playing fetch or taking a picture, then you'll get a tip as well. When you get, this is, again, I really like this, the idea of this system at least. I've never played the game, but Carly here needs to get to spot 5. Once you've walked her 5 turns, that paw token flips over to a house token, and then the icon goes backwards the rest of the time, and you have 5 turns to get them home, or else you're late, and you won't get a tip.
Wow.
Kind of clever that it, just kind of bounces back and forth. And then certain dogs don't like being with other dogs if they're not compatible, like based on size or temperament, I guess. So again, just by looking at the cover, I was like, woof, I don't think I'm interested in this game, even though I love dogs.
You just said woof.
Did that on purpose, not. Just because I've seen so many other board games based on dogs on Kickstarter that definitely didn't seem fun to play and seemed like they were just using AI for their art and weren't great. This one seems really cool, in my opinion. So.
Stay on that picture for just a second. I like how the inserts seem multi-use. It looks like the heart pieces you could rotate to the right to make it fit that way or straight up. Why does it have the extra bubble? You know what I mean? That's
a good question. I wonder if it just makes it easier for you to grab out.
Oh, maybe so. Maybe so.
Might be it.
Yeah, that is what that is.
Or it might need to turn. I'm not sure. But yeah.
Forget everything I just said, honestly.
No, it is cool. I think it looks cool. I like the usability of the board. It has like your turn structure on the bottom left there. You roll the die, move, take some actions, and then whatever that 4th one is, move the track probably. So anyways, that is Bark Avenue, and I think this new expansion for it, Kings and Queens. It's on Kickstarter until the 27th. And I think we have one more. Is that right?
One more on Gamefound.
Right, yeah, this one's not on Kickstarter. This is a pretty popular game. It has a lot of different, I don't know if a lot's the right word. It has a few different versions. I think Bullet Heart is one, and Bullet Plus, or some things. And so this is a new set of versions, I think, called Bullet Cubed. Yeah, has new expansions and a giant storage box, if you really like Bullet. So I like the cool kind of anime vibe Bullet has. You can see there the Dice Tower liked it. They gave it a seal of excellence. And again, it has a cool vibe. In this game, based on the version you're playing, you'll have different characters, I think, and there are different ways to play. It kind of reminds me of Dice Throne in that way, where
I almost said that when I saw the characters.
Yeah, the characters are different, and you might be playing like Bullet Star or Bullet Heart and have different characters, but you can always play like solo or one-on-one or in teams, and I think they even break down all of the ways that you can play here. Here's those 2 new expansions and the giant box if you want to store all of your bullet stuff in it. Where is it? I swear. Yeah, here's the modes. They have free-for-all, teams, score attack, and boss rush. And I've heard it's really good solo. In this game, you are playing these like cards, and it kind of reminds me of like Tetris mixed with... There was that game that we had called like Dr. Robotnik's Mean Green Bean Machine. If you remember that one. It's basically kind of like Tetris, but the pieces come in like twos. And they're 2 balls like bubbled together, and like one would be one color and the other would be another color, and if you get groups of 4, then they would pop and then slide down. This is a similar vibe where these things are coming down these tracks at you, and if you're able to play cards to get rid of them, it says you clear bullets off of your board and send them to your opponent, which was kind of the thing in Dr. Robotnik's Mean Green Bean Machine or whatever that game was called. Was the better you're doing, you're like dumping extra pieces on the other player. So kind of has a different gameplay style than you might think based on what it looks like originally, but I've heard it's really great. I've never played Bullet yet though, but wanted to give it a shout out for being very unique in the board game space in my mind. And they have lots of stuff here. You can get just the new stuff, the original Bullet Heart, or everything, or really everything if you're really feeling it. So anyways, that is Bullet Cubed, new expansions and the giant storage box. It's on Gamefound until the 27th of February. All right, Devin, those are our 6 projects for the week. Which of those is going to be your pick for Valentine's Day?
For Valentine, I mean, I feel like it fits for some reason. Dog walking just kind of fits Valentine's Day.
Yeah, it kind of does.
I'm gonna choose Bark Avenue.
Cool.
It looked creative and funny. If I had to choose a second one, I would maybe choose the 3D Connect 4 with the Lazy Susan.
Yeah, I think those are definitely unique ones. Let me go back to the list because I'm not sure exactly what I want my pick of the week to be, because I was flirting with Bark Avenue as well, just because I think it looks unique. You know what? I think I'm going to. This will be our first week where we've both had the same pick of the week.
Oh, wow.
I do think some of the others look good. Bullet looks cool. Vineyard. You know what? No, I'll change my mind. I'll go with Vineyard. Since you went with Bark Avenue, throw me Vineyard. I feel like it deserves some love. I like the idea of the shared workers and really paying more attention to your opponents than you sometimes do in a worker placement game. And I really like pencil first games. So want this one to get a little more buzz, and since probably like 2 or 3 million people will watch this video, that should help a little bit. So anyways, a winemaking game, Vineyard, a winemaking game is going to be my pick of the week for Valentine's Day. And that's going to do it for Crowdfunding Corner for February 14th, 2025. See you next week for episode 47. Thank you so much for watching this video. As most of you know, gaming top-down is an independent endeavor. I don't accept money from publishers for previews or opinion-related content, but there are a few ways that you can support the channel and help me keep the lights on. Liking this video and subscribing to the channel helps me to grow, If you're thinking of getting a game that I covered in this video, please click the affiliate link in the description of this video. It helps to support me and doesn't add any cost to your purchase. I also do a weekly gaming podcast where I talk about the board games that I'm playing along with my brother. You can check that out on Apple's podcasts and on Spotify. And you can also get that podcast 3 days early over on our Patreon. You can follow the Patreon at patreon.com/supergamebrothers completely for free. But if you do support us over there, you get some extra perks like being able to write into the show, getting early access to the show, voting on the games that I'm going to cover and review, and lots of other fun stuff. Thanks so much for your support, for liking and commenting on my videos. You really are what helped keep the lights on for me. Thank you.